Hey, you wanna come watch some good superhero shit? We've hit a point with superhero content where everything is starting to feel like a bit samey. With Marvel's new shows like WandaVision, the MCU keeps teasing us with these new ideas and interesting concepts, but by the end of the show, it's fallen back into a very safe MCU-ish finale. Each one of these shows or movies just serve as a tease as to what comes next for the universe instead of just being its own complete story. And as enjoyable as some of the upcoming DC Universe movies look, it doesn't seem like any of them are really going to be breaking this formula. Now, this isn't to say these movies are bad. I fully enjoy watching them for what they are. But boy, Invincible is the exact breath of fresh air I needed. It's based on the comic of the same name written by Robert Kirkman, the Walking Dead guy. Invincible just oozes with charm and just takes everything you love about superheroes to create one amazing show. Dude, I love this show so much. Let's just get straight into why I think it's so friggin' great. Invincible starts off as a pretty generic superhero story. While the show is still super entertaining, it doesn't really feel like it's offering anything super new. It just seems to be following the normal origin story. But as the show progresses, it very quickly proves that thought wrong. Invincible uses what we know about superheroes to its advantage. It takes our assumptions about certain characters and tropes and flips them on their heads to provide us with not only a fresh take, but also a surprising one. Take the character Cecil, for example. When we first meet him, he gives off a very Nick Fury-ish vibe. You know, he'll do anything to get the job done. And while that's true also for Cecil, the show also drops moments where we see the human side of him, the regret he has for the things he's had to do. Or the Mauler twins, who initially come off as a couple of brutish, dumb villains, but as we learn more about them, we find out they're actually geniuses, and we learn more about the Paris dynamic, and as that happens, even they get some great humanizing moments. Now, these expectations are also shattered throughout the plot as well. You know, being a superhero is seen as a cool and fun thing, and while that's true for Invincible as well, there's plenty of moments that don't stray away from the realities of being a superhero. Which actually goes great into my next point. The action. Action is so important in superhero content. If you don't have good action scenes, the stakes in the plot instantly fall. If the danger doesn't feel real, then you end up with an unengaging fight in what feels like two sponges hitting each other. Not an Invincible, baby. Every fight is bloody and it genuinely feels like every hit matters. Now, I think it's a combination of the beautiful animation during these fights, and the sound work of the punches and hits makes everything feel so much more brutal. Every fight feels so important in the show because they feel like they could go either way. Invincible has no fear of showing us our heroes just getting absolutely destroyed, so for every fight you're on the edge of your seat. And also, there's just nothing cooler than when superheroes use their powers together. Like when Thor hits Captain America's shield, that shit is just pure bliss. It's so cool. Well, because it's animated, Invincible is able to use his character's powers in such fun ways that no two fights feel the same. Now, I can't ignore the cast in the show either. I mean, come on. You got Stephen Young, Sandra Oh, J.K. Simmons, Zazie Beetz, Seth Rogen, Mark Hamill, Walton Goggins, Jason Mantzoukas. The cast is absolutely stacked in the show, and not a single performance disappoints. Everyone is truly on their A game. And dude, the soundtrack? Are you kidding me? Come on! Invincible has some of the coolest needle drops ever throughout it, and they really help to break up the more superhero fun stuff from the more heavy parts of the plot. As of me recording this video, it's April 26th, and I just wanted to get this out hopefully before the final episode comes out on April 30th. If I manage to do this on time, then yeah, go me! You know, if not, then oopsie daisies, maybe next time, I guess. Either way, please go watch Invincible and get yourself caught up right away, man. This show is shaping up to be one of just the best superhero things ever, and if it's a hint of what the superhero content is holding for us down the road, then we're in for a damn treat.